This week's episode of Ask Alice, Ask Albert is brought to you by Elbow Deep Radial Tires. For all your safe driving needs, trust Elbow Deep. Use only in safe, optimal driving conditions.
If you need advice that you don't know who to call, write it down and we will solve it all. Trouble in the bedroom, trouble in the palace. Right, dear Albert. Right, dear Alice.
Oh, thank you. It is great to be back to spread our spiritual light and love. Isn't that right, Albert?
I couldn't agree more, Alice. I just love helping people find their way.
Let's get to our first letter. Our first letter comes from a woman from Missoula, Montana. Montana writes, Dear Dr. Alice, my boyfriend and I just broke up after 3 years of dating, and I really love him, but the magic is gone. I feel more like his sister than his girlfriend. Did I do the right thing? Signed, Miserable in Montana. Well, Montana, that really pulls at my heartstrings.
I couldn't agree more. I just hate it when people can't find one another.
We've got some advice for you.
Love will save the day.
If you're in it to win it,
New love can exist.
don't be afraid to begin it.
It isn't always easy.
It isn't always great.
But love's around the corner.
Just
you wait.
What it comes down to,
It's been too long.
and that is why we
Sing this song.
hang in there
It gets real better
any day.
in any weather. Any weather. Woo!
Trust in what we say,
And in the end you'll see
you'll find your life
what's out of misery.
make your soulmate
If you try
and stay with them.
till the day you die.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, we're clear.
Did you pee yourself?
You brush your teeth this week?
You're awful.
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 Oh, you're awful.
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 And we're back. Can I take the next letter?
Sure thing, Al.
All right. Oh, this one's from Topeka, Kansas. Topeka writes, Dear Alice and Albert, my grandfather just passed away. He practically raised me since I was 5, and it's really hard to get through the everyday without his advice. A piece of me is missing. How can I move on without his guidance and wisdom? Signed, Tearfield in Topeka. Well, Topeka, maybe this'll help.
Writing to our show was a good first step.
We'll happily help you with your grandfather's step.
Grandpa might have died, but you're still alive.
Grandpa's dead, but what's alive?
Memory,
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 memory.
memory.
Grandpa might have died, but you're still alive.
Grandpa's dead, but what's alive?
Memory,
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 memory, memory.
And we're clear.
That shirt makes you look like an ass.
You gonna make it 20 minutes without a drink?
You know what? You're awful.
You're awful.
You're awful.
You're awful.
You're awful.
You're the awfulest.
You're awful.
You're awful.
Oh my God, you're awful.
You're awfuler.
You're
And we're
awful.
back.
Our last letter today comes from Dover, Delaware. Dover writes, Dear Alice and Albert, I want to die. Signed, I'm serious in Delaware. Well, Delaware, here's a few things you might miss.
It's kissing puppies.
It's hugging trees.
It's swimming in a river.
It's playing in the leaves.
get going.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye now.
And we're clear.
I love you.
I love you too.
Elbow deep tires.
How about that?
If you need advice, such a